Hello, everybody. I was going to say good morning, but it's now officially good afternoon. My name is Kate McDowell, and recently I had the opportunity to do an interview with Robbie Miller from Hypnosis Training Canada. And why I wanted to share this with you was that during our conversation, I had a chance to reflect on my journey of living with MS. It's been 20 years plus now since I was diagnosed, and just going through the journey with reflecting back and talking to her about things. And it made me realize why I've created this new product that I'm really excited to share with people. And it's Rewrite Your MS Story. There's a mindset series. And the purpose of this mindset series is that often we can get caught in this place where I used to follow the rules. I was the kind of person that was always taking care of everyone else. And I thought that that was my purpose, my mission on this planet. And when I started to notice how it was having a negative impact on my health, I actually didn't notice that at first. And that's a bit of the purpose and the intention of this mindset series that I've created for people. I'll drop the link in the comments of this video so you can check it out if you're someone who's dealing with MS particularly. But ultimately this mindset series is designed to help you go from the place you are now and to just sort of reflect on that. How is your health affecting your identity? How is it shaping the beliefs? And what are the beliefs that are connected to the health problems that you're having? I was a kid who grew up in a family, and I love my family to death. They wanted the best for me. And their belief was that if there's something wrong with you, medicine is the solution. Medicine is the only solution. And so after I was diagnosed, I went to my doctor and I went the medical route. I didn't take the injections, the daily injections. I didn't like needles, so I resisted that for a bit, but in time I did end up going that route. And I thought that I just needed to be the model patient. I thought that was the answer. That was what was going to help me get healthier until I just noticed that I was getting sicker and sicker and had to take a step back and really look at things from a wider view, from a wider perspective, and say, okay, so are these beliefs, are these strategies that I've been following actually helping me? Or are they actually hurting me and holding me back? And so this is a big part of this series. As I said, we go from a place of assessing what are the beliefs that I have around this? What are the strategies that I've been taking? And is there a different way that we could look at this? When I was first diagnosed, I had this very narrow view, this narrow perspective of like, this is the only option. So I'm just going to do it better. I'll just be a better patient that will solve my problems. But it actually didn't. It didn't help me in the way that I thought it would. And so looking at, okay, are there other different opportunities? And what are the things that I've been doing, thinking, feeling that have contributed to where I am right now? And that's often I don't have this conversation with a new client the first day we talk together because it's a tough one to kind of lean into and understand that whatever situation you are currently in some way, shape, or form, you most likely have contributed to that in some way. And if that hurts, I'm sorry. But these are the things that we need to start exploring and need to start digging deeper in. This can be in terms of relationships. This can be in your working situation, in your career. This can be definitely in your health. And it's like, how are these things showing up and essentially giving us evidence of what's going on that we're not paying attention to? When it comes to health, when we hold on to emotions in the body, that's a really big one that I like to help people with because when you realize that just shoving stuff down, just pushing things into that dusty corner and ignoring them is not actually helping the body deal with them. And when we can free up emotions that are stored in your tissues, that are stored in other areas that are causing your body to not work properly, it's amazing the shifts that can happen in a positive sense in terms of our health and well being. So, in the mindset series, I wanted to share a short clip with you of what episode 1 is. This is a 14-day series, and like I said, this is meant to peel back the layers of the onion. So we start with taking a look at where you are right now, taking a look at the identities that you're living with right now, and essentially working through how can we shift towards where you want to be. And at the end, it's about writing your own story. It's about rewriting your story in a way that actually supports you in terms of health, in terms of the outcome in the future that you want. So I will drop the links to the link to check out the series in the comments for this. I'm going to share a little clip with you from episode 1. This space we're creating over the next couple of weeks, it's not just about shifting mindset. It's about gently unraveling the beliefs and patterns that have been running in the background for years, sometimes without us even realizing it. And today we start with this question: what if they were wrong? What if the people who told you this is just how it is now? This will only get worse. There's nothing you can do. Weren't intentionally trying to hurt you, but we're still wrong. Here's the thing that most people never talk about. When someone we see as authority tells us something, especially in a moment when we're scared or vulnerable, it goes deep. It doesn't just land in the mind, it gets lodged in the body, in our cells, in our nervous system. And from that moment on, our unconscious begins operating inside that story. I know this because I've lived it. When I was diagnosed, I didn't just take in the medical label, I took on an identity, one that was fragile, powerless, on a ticking clock. And for a long time, I didn't even know I was doing that. Looking back now, I wonder if I had kept believing those early messages, if I had kept operating from that unconscious framework, would I still even be here today? That's how powerful belief is. So, again, the objective of this series is to help you unpack and unravel some of the stuff that's maybe been hiding in the shadows that you haven't been paying attention to, and recognize that you can make shifts. This is beautiful understanding that your unconscious mind has so much more control over what's going on in this physical being that you're living in than we ever really consider. You don't think about it every time you take a breath throughout the day. You don't tell your heart, okay, beat, it's time, you should beat now. Every time your heart beats, your unconscious mind controls these things for you. And it's the center for health and well being as well. So, if this is something that we can shift for ourselves, what I want to help you understand is that you have so much more personal power than you've probably ever been led to believe. And understanding that and leaning into that is beautiful, because Western medicine doesn't want us to think this. There is no pill that helps to reset the nervous system, that helps to get your unconscious mind working with you to get towards a place of health. So if this is something that resonates with you, if you have other questions or struggles that you'd like to know, this series is specifically for women with MS, so it's not going to relate to everyone, and I get that. But if you do have other questions or wonder if there's other things that can help you with something else, I'd be more than happy to have a free conversation with you. Send me a DM and let's set up a free screening. Ultimately, my goal in life is to help people realize that they can take their power back when it comes to their health. There's so much more than you've been led to believe. There's so much more that you can do. And if someone tells you there's nothing else you can do, you don't have to believe them. So hopefully this landed with you. Hopefully you got some value from this. And if you would like to reach out and connect, I'd be happy to. My name is Kate McDowell from Aligned Natural Health, and wish